a city where green flourishes. Town planning shapes the future from transportation hubs to public parks. Every detail matters. Town planning creates spaces that inspire and uplift the community. Join the conversation every Thursday by 5 p.m. on Eagles 102.3 FM Abuja. Town planning, building cities that thrive. This is brought to you by the Nigerian. From transportation hubs to public parks, every detail matters. Town planning creates spaces. Welcome to another episode of the Town Planning Program. And as you know, this program is dedicated to exploring critical issues in urban and regional planning. And my name is Olubumi Ruben. And today we'll be focusing on a vital perspective, which is the role of women in urban and regional planning in the FCT. Aside that, we'll also be focusing on how women contribute to and influence urban and regional planning, including the challenges. And like I always tell you, I'm not alone in the studio. I always have experts and professionals in the field with me here in the studio. And joining me today, I have two beautiful powerhouses. Yes, just looking at them, I know that they're full of power and they are professionals in their field. Now, permit me to introduce to you Town Planner Morenike Babalola. She is the former chairman of the FCT chapter NITP, and she is a fellow of the Nigerian Institute of Town Planners. You are welcome, ma'am.
Thank you for having me.
Also, again, I have with me Town Planner Myro Danladi, and she is a fellow of the Nigerian Institute of Town Planners. You are welcome, ma'am.
Thank you for having me.
And yes, today I also have an anchor with me who is a she for he or he for she. Yes. He's going to be with me in the studio today. And his name is Town Planner Dr. Kanu Kingsley, who is the second Vice Chairman, NITP FCT chapter. You are welcome.
Thank you very much and good evening,
viewers. Thank you for being with us women today. And since we're talking about women, allow me to also congratulate our Super Falcons, what they did, and also the Tigress, what they did. So we welcome them for what they have done for our nation. And that is to show that women also have a vital role to contribute in the nation. So before we start our program today, there is an announcement from the Nigerian Institute of Town Planners. They'll be having their FCT Day, which is their FCT Town Planners Day, on the 27th of August 2025. So the time is 9 a.m. and the venue is Yaradua Center. Like I said, it's an open invitation to everybody. Please come and understand what town planning is all about. You can ask a question, and I believe it's going to be a very engaging day on that day. So come on with your questions. Thank you very much. And while we continue, you can watch us live on Facebook, that is Eagles FM Abuja, and also on YouTube. One Eagles FM 1023. Thank you for tuning in. And to all our listeners and our viewers, send your comments on Facebook, send your questions on WhatsApp so we can answer the questions for you. You are welcome once again. Now to the matter at hand. I love being a woman, and anytime we talk about women, I'm always excited. And today, being in the midst of two powerful women, I am super excited. So they'll be here to give us insights, their expert advice on the role of women in urban planning, in urban and regional planning. Now, Ma, I have this question for you, and that is, we talk about women. So, in urban and regional planning, how can urban and regional planning policies, how can they better address the needs and perspectives of women? How?
Thank you very much for that question. When you have women in a place where activities are being carried on, you will realize that women will want to see things that actually affect them and make it to be perfect. You can look at home, for example. When you see women at home, you will see the management of that home will be different from when there is only one man. So that takes us to women in planning and how we can can work policy that will actually affect women. I was in planning more or less in action.
Yeah.
Sometimes you see plans that are prepared, the location of school is far from the residents. Probably in those days, actually, the houses are constructed. There is no consideration for the location where the water is coming from.
Yeah.
Of solid waste might not have been put into consideration.
Okay.
But with the impact of women and the coming in of women in the planning, and more so that women are very active in planning today, you find the dynamism in change of approach and procedure and the process of town planners. So why not find, in fact, when we talk about the Beijing conference that we talk at how women were being empowered to actually open out, say things that affect them, and how they take control of situation that must have made them to be more or less not active. But today women are very active. Women knows where the shoes are pinching there. They know where the pains are. So in so doing, when policies are being made, women are supposed to be part of the policies. Women are supposed to raise their voices, to be heard, not to be seen. Most of the time, when you talk with confidence, knowing that you're a professional town planner and know the nitty-gritties of the profession, you act with integrity, you put on your professionalism cap, then you'll be able to do exploits in that area, be able to correct some minors that are existing in the planning. When we concentrate on the FCT, unfortunately, the master plan of FCT was not prepared by Nigerians. Though the people in Nigeria had them would not actually happen. Today, with coming in and preparation of layout, development plans, you have the input of women. We now put this idea towards enhancing so men. Remember, location of public schools, the location of health and clinics. They have to globalize when the children being invalid women that carry that. When it comes to going to school, we call it school run.
Yes.
So there are so many things that affect women. Then, of course, job opportunities. Where is the market located? In our environment, it's quite unfortunate that most of the labours, hard labour in maintaining home,
yes,
is being carried out by women. You can see this when women all over the street,
yeah,
in the morning, in the night, in the evening, them are being chased by government, by maybe environmental and so on. But with planning coming in, these people have been mainstreamed into development plans. We hope very soon you will see areas that have been segregated, identified for straight trading without obstructing traffic. And then the traders hawking, hawking is not quite ideal in most of the time, but the purpose of hawking, why these women hawk most of the time, is to make sure that they bring their wares closer to the people. So what we do is that now planning coming in, knowing the hazard has been inverted, areas will be created where women will be settled and put on their, sell their shares. At the end of the day, they can go back without being affected. So we talk about safety. We talk about maybe transportation also. How do you put women into consideration when you are planning the transport system? Most of the time, women are less disadvantaged. They don't have
means of
power to buy vehicles and so on. They have to go on public transport. Where are the bus stops located? What type of vehicles do we have? All this one, a lot of them. Recently, I witnessed a woman who was dispossessed of her purse and everything by the one chance people. But we thank God she's alive. So in so doing, it will be essential for town planning, particularly women that are in the profession, to be sure that planning consideration are given to women in every aspect of planning. We give an example. When you build a house and a man wants to buy a house, if the kitchen is not well ventilated, not adequate, no provision for stores and so on, the women may not, we have to reject it. All these are being considered when we are planning in the environment. So when we talk about other policies that talk about gender inclusive and gender sensitivity, we are looking at, we may look at women as being gender, but there are other people that are categorized in the gender issue, which are called the vulnerables. Some may not have access to certain properties because of the way the houses are being constructed. In crossing the road, what do we have for the disabled, particularly our vulnerable groups with sight challenges? These are issues that we need to have. We need to have sensitive areas where they can be assisted to cross road. All these things need to be put in place when planning. And I hope that by the grace of God, as we navigate the process of planning in this country, we will get there very soon. And I know with these women coming in fact, women also encourage women in ensuring that whatever they do, they put on their own ability to ensure that they come out, be partakers in decision making, be partakers as stakeholders. And us, you can see women all over. So many groups are being formed these days. We have cooperative, we have maybe in the churches and the mosques, we have women groups. All these women groups are being encouraged to come forth to say their own when it comes to planning. And as we all join hands together, that the inclusive and the standard of living of each and every household will be improved. Women included, inclusive. Thank you.
Oh my God. I just need to give you an applause. This is really an eye-opener. Yes, indeed. Women need to be included in the town planning. You've said a lot of things like proximity to the hospital, to the market, and to so many other things. I think with this information, it is very important that women, their perspective need to be included in town planning. So over to you, Dr. Kano.
Okay, thank you very much. Mommy has a really pretty and freedom. She has equally ventured into gender perspective in decision making, ensuring adequate participation of women to ensure proper development. So the next question now goes to we like town planner Merodan Ladi, a fellow of the institute, to give a perspective in this area that says we want to find out in what ways can women participation in urban planning process lead to more inclusive, sustainable city.
Okay, so thank you very much for having me.
You're welcome.
And a very good evening to our listeners. I remain town planner Merodan Ladi, a fellow of the Institute of the Town Planners. So, women bring a peculiar perspective to planning in that they focus on gender inclusivity.
Okay.
That is one of the major points, but gender inclusivity in the sense that planning for women, planning for girls, planning for people living with disabilities, planning for specific groups that have specific needs. So this helps us delve into the issue of the development of the informal sector for those aspects or those citizens or that part of our society that is not particularly trained in the white collar jobs or that don't have any particular training, any educational endeavor. Those that have vocations and skills, traders, we try as much as possible to make the informal sector a very, very active part of our planning. And that is where women also come in, into creating better policies that help the different aspects of our society, not only focused on women, but on children, on facilities, on transportation, as my senior mentor just mentioned, location of our markets, what we need as schools, our recreational areas, because we need let us even as recreational areas where we can all sit and enjoy. But you do realize that recreational areas are also categorized. That gives children activities is different. That will provide for teenagers and the youth are different. That will take care of the old people and the adults are different. So we need to women help to categorize hierarchies also of service provision, of infrastructural provision and development. We also, if you talk of transportation, let me give an example. Outside of our roads and our access roads, we also need to provide for those that exercise, those that walk, those that ride bicycles. Those are different aspects and different levels of provision of infrastructure and services that comes within our master plan that have been overlooked or that have been downplayed. But with the advent of women coming in and the advocacy that comes from women's voices, we are seeing more and more inclusive planning in different aspects. Conservation, awareness of our environment, what we need to do to keep our environment clean, dangerous practices that we should recognize and avoid. That is where women come in. We also help the society as a whole now, not just women, because we are looking at it from a perspective. A woman is generally somebody that knows how to manage a home and manage the immediate environment. So if you look at it now, we have gone ahead as women town planners. Nationwide, not just in FCT, nationwide. We have gone ahead to see how people can understand what planning is, highlight dangerous practices like blocking our drainages with trash. You understand? Cutting down our trees, refusing to plant greens that help to clean up our environment and make it fresh. building adequately with good materials that are friendly to the environment, a lot of things. So this is where women have come in the past few years, and where we hope to take our awareness and advocacy more into not just the society here in the cities, but into the hinterlands, so that our women that are there, and even men, can understand the need to preserve and to protect and to conserve our environment. That is the overall aim of urban and regional planning. Yeah.
Thank you, Tambana Danladi. This is so wonderful. You know, from a woman's perspective, a woman is more detailed. There are so many things that people would overlook, but a woman will naturally see it. Correct, Dr. Tambana?
Yes, right? yes. Actually, she has dealt with the question even beyond my imagination. She spoke on informal sector and ensuring vocational training for people, and also very conscious about the vulnerable groups, which in most cases in planning you barely see the normal
included.
making. But they, with the advent of women coming on board, they are very much conscious about all these issues. We sincerely thank you, and we hope for further collaboration, as you mentioned.
We are going to bring you back again. So let me open the phone lines right now, because I know people will be itching to ask questions, because we have powerful women in the studio today. So the phone lines to call are 090-9705-4450. I'll call it again, 090-9705-4450. And we have 090-8766-8888, 090-7353-0044. Although we have a few minutes left, but I think we can still squeeze in
we can squeeze one more question.
One more question before we go.
Maybe one more.
Yes, so maybe just in 1 minute. Now, I want you to talk about the challenges women pursue. The challenges women pursue in careers, in facing careers in urban and regional planning, and how can these be overcome? I mean, what are some of the challenges women face in pursuing careers in urban and regional planning, and how can these be overcome? Maybe in just 2 minutes.
One of the challenges women face is competition from the men's fold. If you face competition from the men's fold, how will you be able to overcome it? By being a professional to the core. Know your honors, know what you do, know that you studied planning with the men in the same class. Probably your scores were even better than So coming out, they cannot be better than you. When it comes to articulation of policies, preparation of plans, and establishment of your son. That is why today you see that some challenges may be cultural, what women do. But today we are saying women can do what men can do better. So that is where we are standing, the boldness, the ability to exhibit our professionalism and our integrity when it comes to issues of the profession is very, very important. So as town planner women, the challenges are there, but we have overcome a lot of them. We are now bold, we speak out, we prepare development plans, we are directors, we are PAMSECs, we are everything, anywhere. We head organization because we are able to let know that what men can do, women can do it better. And you will say organizations where women lead, in most cases, they do it better. Town planning is not an exception. And we are happy we have so many planning directors in the FCT, permanent secretary all over the federation. Our women are moving, particularly with the establishment of the Association of Women Town Planners in Nigeria. We have seen a lot of improvement, a lot of progress. Many of them are now fellows. Before, it's only men. The men will come to them and say, you step down. Now there is no stepping down. Everybody will compete. the better person wins, and that is what we are doing now.
Wow.
We support men,
Yeah.
we back them up, but we are also have our own to stand. We are being empowered by our education.
As we conclude today's episode, we hope you've gained valuable insights in this critical role women play in shaping our cities and their contributions to it. So please, we'd like you to join us next week. We'll be here again to talk about the role we play. And we thank our guests. Thank you for coming. Thank you for coming. And to my co-anchor, thank you for being here
Thank you
today.
for
It's my
having
pleasure.
us.
It's
Thank
my
you so
pleasure.
Really
much.
appreciate
Thank you
it.
very much. Thank you.
So until next time,
See you
see
all.
you.
Imagine a city where green spaces thrive, communities connect, and innovation flourishes. Town planning shapes the future from transportation hubs to public parks. Every detail matters. Town planning creates spaces